Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, it's time for the Rank 3 Venom Showcase. He's been an absolute blast since I took him up. Yes, I'm going to show you some fights from this current Battlegrounds meta. I'm not going to hide the ball on that. It's going to happen. But I'm going to show you a lot of fights not that too. We're going to start off with two 9.2 story quests as far as it can get, 800,000 health pools. This fight right here is enhancing its damage, but you got to play around it and you got to be doing what the node asks in order to get that enhanced damage. The next one, there's no enhancement of its damage at all. We're going to be doing over 800,000 health in under 50 seconds in both of these fights. If it bleeds, it dies, right? Jaeger's been showing this off on the Illuminati on my Discord servers and stuff here, and it is absolutely true. Let's sit back and enjoy this. And one last thing before we just fully get into this and I start commenting on the fights is I love that this champion, his kit does not read, like, you don't need to go to the dictionary, you don't need a thesaurus, you don't need to check the translation guide, you don't need, like, you read it, it makes sense, it's relatively short compared to today's champions, and this guy is hanging in and kicking ass. I absolutely love that. Just absolutely, it's like, yes, this is the MCoC I fell in love and enjoyed playing. Like, it's amazing. I am expecting to deep wounds. For those of you who are going to ask these questions, I am expecting to deep wounds. He is either 60 or 80. I don't recall which is 60 or 80. And I do feel strongly that the Venom Relic is very, very helpful. We've been over that in a lot of the Relic videos and the tier lists that I do. So, all right, here we go. So now on this node, we do need to knock Silver Surfer down because every time he gets an armor up, he's going to reduce the duration of debuffs. Well, most of our damage is coming from these bleeds. So I did bring along the Scorpion Synergy. I don't think it was necessary. In fact, there was the first time I did this fight, actually got pushed to the special 2, and you can see it almost happened there. I'm going to keep throwing the special 1 for 2 reasons. One is it's going to nullify some of the buffs. It has a 55% chance per hit off the SP1 to nullify and to heal up. So that's part of why our health is still at a yellow bar. And it's also going to nullify some of these buffs. And then every time we knock Silver Surfer down, it is going to allow us to armor break him should we need to do that. So we are literally just playing Venom, and Venom, by virtue of being amazing, is handling this node for us like a boss. Like, we're seeing ticks of 2,300, 1,496. This is significant damage per second happening here, all off of bleed, all off of bleed. He's awesome. All right, now let's get into it. Let's see some sparks fly. We're going to see some Battlegrounds fights from this this current season. Some of them are the meta where there is a large fury when you land a bleed. Now, we're going to face a future Ant-Man here, and this is going to be a score of 52,000. We're going to face a future Ant-Man that is SIG 20, right? The reason why I'm bringing that up is those of you who know future Ant-Man pretty well know that his SIG reduces the duration of bleeds. How this would look against a SIG 200, obviously not quite as impressive, but I have a feeling he might be able to get it down, especially spec'd into deep wounds, which wouldn't be scores of 52,000, all right? But we're going in here, you can see with no SIG, and that's what a lot of the 7 stars are, right? People only had so many awakening gems and things like that. So this is very, very real. We're also going to take out Enchantress and Nick Fury, and the fight against Medusa is just, oh, I love it. All right, let's get to it here. I think this next fight is going to be the Nick Fury or the Enchantress fight. And the Nick Fury fight is actually a different meta. Let's see, I showed you the score here so you can see 33 seconds. 52,000, there it is. So Enchantress, he's actually become one of my favorite counters to Enchantress this meta. Now, of course, normally you're like, hey, aren't you worried about Mystic Dispersion? Remember, his buffs, except for that Clintar buff, right? That one does have a duration. You see it going down. That's why, you know, after playing this game for so many years, I actually have had a few champions evade on it, and that's because it does go down for like 0.0 seconds. You can see it in the corner there. I made a little mistake, so I knew we had to really hurry up here. Got a nice little intercept. These bleeds are just doing the absolute work, and I think this is the one. There's 2 Enchantress fights in this video. Yeah, this is the one where I go for the special 2, because I felt because of that mistake, I really needed to get this fight down. Didn't want to take the time, debate a special anything. Went for it. Remember, the special 2 turns all those buffs he's been getting into Fury buffs that hit like a truck. 30 seconds, rank 3 Enchantress, okay? These are the metas they give us. Sometimes they ask for bleeds, right? There you go. Now, this is not the bleed meta, and yeah, this is a rank 4 SIG 180. I did do a short on this. There's a rank 4 SIG 180 Nick Fury. It can only get bigger by 20 SIG levels, okay? And this is not the bleed meta. This is the power gain meta that was the first half of the season. So we're going to go in, and this is another bit of his utility. He does have utility. This first SP1, 55% chance per hit of the special one to it's nullify. It says Omnom, and yes, Venom Pool is technically, I guess, an actual Omnom, and it's not a nullify. That's one of the ways these two champions are different. So if it was nullify immune, we wouldn't have been able to do that. But you can see we're going to consistently throw our special one to consistently get the power gain off of Nick Fury, helping speed up this fight. We're going to end up with a score of, I think, just shy of 49,000. There's a rank 3 Venom in a meta that is not enhancing his damage. This is just his flat damage. This is part of why I showed you in the questing. Like, the damage does not need to be enhanced. It's just really, really awesome when it is. And he's going to absolutely destroy this Nick Fury. In fact, let's see here. I don't think we end up nullifying any of the Furies. We mainly get the power gains off, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there we go. So we're just going to be out this last special too. The bleeds are continuing to do the work. We've talked about this in other videos. I talked about a lot with like the Phoenix video, where when you can do damage to the defender without actually hitting them, that's a really big deal. It helps you manage their power better and helps you mean you have to bait less specials, less chance for the AI to go wonky on you. So again, if it bleeds, Venom might be literally the best option. So now I loved this fight. I loved this fight. Now it does have the 40% Fury off of the bleed, but it's going to show off, one, how much damage Venom can do. It's really showing off that idea that if you can do damage without hitting the opponent, you're doing some really great stuff. Because remember, now I don't remember what exactly the SIG was on this Medusa, but the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter. You have to essentially play it the same. You can be a little more risky with the low SIG, but she's still got a chance to auto block you, parry you, and then she's going to do massive, massive damage. So it's the second hit that she will auto block, which is why you see me keep doing a single hit, backing off. I've landed a couple heavies. I landed a nice intercept. I'm going to eventually, I think I actually already did do it, land my striker into a special because of the striker stun we got there. This is awesome. I mean, the fact that he was able to do so much damage with single hit intercepts, a heavy and a special off of a striker, just shows you, like, it's wild. It's really, really wild. It's basically 50,000 points against Medusa for Venom, right? Pretty crazy. Now we're going to feature Ant-Man. I had thought this was a high SIG one. I've recorded this video a second time now because I was saying it was a high SIG. I thought it was SIG 200. Obviously, it's SIG 20. So I was like, all right, I need to go back and re-record this. I'm okay making small mistakes, and I can put a little note in the video. That was a pretty big mistake. So yeah, at SIG 20, this fight is going to look a little different. I believe Jaeger, the Illuminati, has done this fight against some relatively high SIG future Ant-Man. The fact of the matter is, right now, 7-star future Ant-Man, this is kind of what most of them look like. A few of us, like myself, took them to SIG 200. But again, most of us, this is what they look like. You saw the melt. I think we had 52,000 earlier for Unawakened. SIG 20, what was this one going to be as far as the final score? 51,857. So that's pretty good. It's going to win you most fights. That's going to win you most fights. Quantum 2, they're against someone in Salty. Obviously, they're good if they're in Salty. So there we go. Then yes, here we go. With Enchantress, I've done this multiple times. I wanted to include multiple in this video so you can see, like, it wasn't just a one-off. It wasn't just something lucky. It wasn't like an out of context, not explaining it. Like, hey, look, it worked once. He's genuinely become my go-to option for her because he's become one of my go-to drafts if I get early and I don't get one of the dual threats that I love. He's actually not a terrible defender, especially with his AI and his animations. And if he hits you once and you can be bled, you got serious problems. But here you go. This one's even awakened. I think we're going to go in. We've got 2 of the precisions here. We've got the Fury from the bleed. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up going for it. Do we throw our special one? No, it looks like I got a little impatient. It wasn't too, or I decided to be patient. Most of the mistakes I've made this meta, and I've made a lot, have been from being too aggressive. There we go. We got the bleeds up, the bleeds going. It just absolutely melted her. And then I think we have, nope, that's actually it for the video. I realized I decided not to include another one. I didn't want to make it unnecessary longer. That's Venom, man. Like, when he works, he is phenomenal. He works in a lot of places in this game. And remember, he does shut off they worded it really oddly, but the passive evade effects of Spider-Verse heroes when the Clintar buff is up, and there is like a 0.01 second where it's not. I have had super Spider-Verse heroes evade against me, and I've had it happen to a couple alliance mates, and we're like, shit, it's that really tiny sense. And then against tech champions, he is burn, power burn, and power drain immune as well. He's an absolute blast. I love playing him, and when, like I said, if they bleed and they're asking for buffs or something like that, there's no one better. As usual, let me know what you got right. Let me know what you got wrong. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.